Alright, this is video 2, and we're talking about 3 different types of conjunctions this time, not just coordinating conjunctions. We're also going to talk about correlative conjunctions and subordinating conjunctions. So a conjunction is a part of speech that joins single words or groups of words. Just like we saw in the last video, we had an independent clause and another independent clause, and we joined them with a comma and a coordinating conjunction, and that made us a compound sentence. Right? So, coordinating conjunctions joins words or groups of words that are equal in grammatical importance. In this case, we had 2 independent clauses. They were equal. So our coordinating conjunctions, again, are the fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Here's another couple examples. I wrote the letter and mailed it. It looked cloudy, yet we hope for sunshine. Right? In this case, it's a coordinating conjunction that is joining 2 verbs that have equal importance. And over here is what we were talking about in our last video. 2 independent clauses joined with the comma and the coordinating conjunction. Okay? Correlative conjunctions work in pairs to join words and groups of words of equal importance. Some of these are both, and, just as, so, not only, but also, either or, neither nor, and whether or. Okay? Here's a couple examples. Either we leave now, or we don't leave at all. Both Gina and Simone compete in gymnastics. So in this case, our correlative conjunctions are separated by some words. I can't have the either without the or. They go together. If I just say either we leave now, we don't leave at all, it doesn't make any sense. And in this case, I've got both, so I know there's going to be somebody else, and that's joined by the and. Correlative conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions are maybe the most complicated of the 3, because I think that the sentences that they go in are the hardest for us to understand. But a subordinating conjunction joins a dependent idea or clause to a main clause. So in this case, I would have a dependent clause and an independent clause. Let's be consistent. Okay? And I would be joining them with subordinating conjunction. Here is a list of some common ones. If I had my dependent clause first, I would have a comma, and then I'd have my subordinating conjunction and my independent clause. If I had my independent clause first, and then my dependent clause second, there would be no need for a comma. Let's come up with an example. Dependent clause. If I go to the store, comma, I'll need to get some milk. Period. If I did it in another way, I'll need to get some milk if I go to the store. Wouldn't require the comma. In this case, if is a subordinating conjunction I'm using. One other thing about subordinating conjunctions. If I've got a clause that's independent, like I go to the store, but I add a subordinating conjunction, all of a sudden that clause becomes dependent. It doesn't stand on its own. For instance, I add the word if to I go to the store. If I go to the store, yes, then what? You've left us hanging. That's why it's dependent. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit of that later, but for now, this exercise just deals with recognizing the conjunctions. So let's do a couple, and then I'll ask you to do a few on your own, and then we'll do some together in class. So let's do 1 and 4 and 9 together, okay? Number 1, the game began, but the rain stopped it. But is my conjunction, so I'm circulating it. It's coordinating, so I'm going to write C-O-R-D over here. Number 4, do you have enough money, or do you need more? In this case, we've again got or, a coordinating conjunction, joining, do you have enough money? Do you need more? Let's take a real quick look at 9. I have to get my paper up there. Not only does Mary volunteer at the hospital, but she also delivers meals to people who need them. The first thing I see actually is the first couple words in the sentence, not only, which can be the beginning of a correlative conjunction if it's joined with but also, which is right down here. So not only, but also, and this is a correlative conjunction. All right? Why don't you do 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and we'll save some for class. Thanks.